Hello, everybody. It's Taryn from Crafty Vibes by Taryn. Today I'm going to design my Christmas gifts. They're last minute, but it's the thought that counts, right? Right. So today we're going to do pot holders and oven mittens. And these are for the people who have supported me since I started my journey, since before I actually started the journey. But they've always had my back. They were always in my corner. So I'm going to or show them how I appreciate them, show them that I appreciate them by giving them Christmas gifts. But the design can be used for anything. You can use it for last minute Christmas gifts. You can use it for birthday gifts. You can use it housewarming gifts. You can use it technically for anything. We were by my mom's house for Thanksgiving, and I asked her, I'm like, Mom, what's your favorite Bible verse? And she told me. So I'm going to put that Bible verse on her items, and she's going to love it. My sister and aunt, they're recently married. They're still newlyweds. So I'm going to put their names on theirs and they're going to love it. So just have fun with it, play around with it, do what you like. If you see an element or if you know of an element that you want to put on something, try it out. Put it on there. You may like it. So let's jump into Canva. Okay, so we're in canva.com. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to size or create our document. So go to create a design, which is over here. And I want to go to custom size. Before I started, I did the size. I don't see it. I think it was 6.25 by 6.25. And that's for the pot holder. We'll do the pot holders first. So I'm going to create a design. Make sure this says inches and not pixels. So create new design. So I have my canvas of what I'm going to create, and I'm just going to enlarge it a little bit so that I can see it a little bit better. Okay. My laptop screen is kind of small. My canvas is small. So before we get started, you need to know who you're making the design for, what exactly do they want, or if you have the flexibility and the freedom to create your own design, which in this instance I do. It's a gift from me. Okay. So, um, as I said earlier, we shared Thanksgiving with my mom. We had Thanksgiving with my mom, and while we were there, I kind of snuck in asked her because it was very random. I was like, "Mom, what's your favorite Bible verse?" And she was like, "I'll tell you." When she went and she pointed to a plaque that was by the door, and it said, "As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord." So I was like, "Okay." So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to do something that says, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. So let's get started. So, mom is a very religious person. So, I know I want crosses and I want the text, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. So, I just did it without telling y'all what I did. I went to text. And then I went to add a heading and I clicked on the larger one. You can click on any one of these. I like to do the larger one first because I can get a feel for it. So, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Lord. I'm going to put this. Just click there and press enter. Okay. So now that I have my text, I'm going to, let's see, I don't know if I want to do just one or two. Let's see. That's nice. Let's see how this looks that way too. With that, I selected and Alex Brush is the font. which is real nice. Or you can keep, if you don't like the font, you can keep going. Like, that's nice. I actually like that. I may like that better. Let me see. Stoic. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. I like that. But if you see a font that you like, you can highlight your text and click on it, or make sure your cursor is in the text and click on it, and it'll change it too. See, it wasn't highlighted, it was just there. So, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. I like that too. I'll probably like all of them because I just, I like things. But yeah, so let's see. Let's decide which one we want. You got to think about your audience too, or who it's your customers. Who is it for? Does my mom like scripty stuff, or would she be satisfied with something like this? I think she would like this better. If it was for me, I would totally do the script fonts, but it's for my mom. She may like that. That's cute. Decisions, decisions, decisions. I think I'm going to stick with the Benedict one. So, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. And I am going to push this over just a tad bit and bring this down a little because I'm going to add a cross up here, and I am going to add um, the Bible book and verse that it's from. So let's go ahead and do that. And it's from the book of Joshua 24 and 15. So Joshua 24 and 15. So I'm going to click and bring that over. And I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. Now, let's see what font we can use for that. And I may use the same thing, Benedict, as this. Yeah, 24 and 15. Even though that looks like 29, that, that does not look like a 4. So let's see. Mm, Buffalo, that's okay. Calgary, I don't like that for this. If you ever hear me saying I don't like a font, it's like for that particular project that I'm working on, I don't like it. I think this would be nice for this, and the Benedict would be nice for this. So let's see. Citadel, script. Yeah, I like that actually. And then we're going to change the Joshua part. See how I moved my stuff over? I'm just going to move that up and move this down for now. And okay, click. I'm going to change that to Benedict, I think it was. Yeah, I think. So, as for me and my house, I need to bring this down some. We will serve the Lord. Okay, I'm going to bring this over. I'm going to push it. I don't really want it centered. Or do I? Let's try it and see, to see how we'll like it. And if I don't like the end, I'll change it. Because if I make one of the, I'm gonna make the font the same. If I make one of these for my auntie, and if it's different than my mom's, my mom will look at the aunties and be like, "Well, why didn't you put this on mine?" I'm like, "Mother, it's the same thing." Oh, that's how we grew up, though. Okay, so as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Joshua 24 and 15. And anytime you're doing something with scripture or names or anything, you want to make sure you have it right. because the worst thing you can do is quote something and it's not right. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is I want to change the color of the text, and I'm going to change it to a red. That's a bright red, but it doesn't really look bright red. I want that changed too. Okay. So I changed my color to red, and if you want to play around with colors, you can. Just click and see what works best for you. You may not like red, you may want green, you may want orange, you may want any other color. If you have a color, see these little codes, gray, pound, A6, 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 those that code represents the color gray. What I do if I have a color in mind, but I don't see the color that I want, what I do is I search for the color code. Like the other day, I was working with something and I wanted sage. So I just went onto Google and did sage color code. And it comes up with like this B2AC88. So let's see. You go up here. Down here, I forgot to do the pound sign. Do the pound and it gives you the color. Isn't that neat? Or that color range. That's the sage green. So I thought that was pretty neat. But yeah. So let's go back to Joshua and my color. So I want it to be red. So now I have red. Okay. So now I want to put some crosses here. So I'm going to go to elements and I'm going to search for cross. Simple as that. And it pulls up crosses, it pulls up videos, frames, shapes. But for here, I either want a photo or graphics. And right now, I'm going to use graphics. So I like this one. But to see and be fair, to see all of them, I'm going to do see all. So see all, I like that. See, this is my problem. I will literally be like, I like this, I like that, because I do. But I do like how it has the flower in it. It adds like a extra element to it. So let's delete that. Let's do the magic recommendations. Let's click see all and see what happens. Oh, my mom will love that because that represents Jesus's dying on the cross, his cloth. I like that because of the extra element. So I'm saying I like, but I know my mom, she would like it too. So yeah, let's see what that looks like. That kind of looks nice. And two, another thing is the the um the cloth that we're sublimating on, it's white. So this white part, it won't show unless we change the color. So let me see. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, like a plain cross. I like that. Let me see what it would look like. That's basically what I'm doing is actually seeing what it would look like. If I put this here, what would it look like? Okay, that doesn't look bad. I want to put two, like one on each side. I think I want this one or this one. Let me make up my mind. Let's click here. I may want this one. Look at a tad bit smaller. So, uh, one thing you can do is you can put the text, the picture or the photo behind the words and see how it'll look. That doesn't look too bad, but I want to cross one on each side. One on each side. I would think things through to the point to where I'm like, there were three crosses. It needs to be three, but I'm going to put two. I'm going to put two. So, which one do I like the best? I like both of them, but I like this one because it has the extra or the added greenery, but I can add greenery to this one if I wanted to. Doom, 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 doom. I'm going to use this one. So let's duplicate this, and I'm just clicking on it, right click and duplicate. And then just bring it over, make sure it matches up. See the line there? We're just making sure it matches. Making sure it matches. There we go. All right. So now it says, as well, it's always said, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. I'm going to bring it up a little bit because I want it up just a little bit. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to add a little house to represent, the house. As for me and my house, like the physical aspect of it. So I'm going to go back here and we're still under elements and I'm going to type in house. And depending on which house you want, you just click on it and place it wherever you want. Okay. That's nice, but I don't think that's what I want. Okay. This is nice. Reminds me of my sister's house. Um, this one is nice. It has the extra element. This almost looks like a church, which would be cool too. Ah, I like this. As for me and my house, I think it's the extra green stuff that I like. I don't know what it is about it that I like, but I like this one. And I'm not centering it. I'm going to push it over to the side because over here I'm going to put um the Hogans, or that's her last name, Hogan. So I may put the Hogans or something. I may put her name. I don't know yet, just yet. That's nice. So if I was doing a Christmas village one or one with Christmas funds, I could do that. That would be real nice. But I'm not. It's a Christmas gift, but I'm not doing Christmas um, decorations or anything for these. So if you're following along with me, you can actually give these for wedding gifts, anniversary gifts, just because gifts, you're my friend gift, whatever. Literally, whatever you want to give it to them as, you can. Ah, I like this one. So I'm going to delete the other one and I'm going to do this one. Yes. So over here, so now we have the house. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Over here, I'm going to put the Hogans. I think I want to put the Hogans. Yes, maybe. No. No. Although mine be going with this, like, we should do this or we should do that. But no. Okay. All right. So as for me in my house, we will serve the Lord. Um, we want to reduce it a little bit and put C Hogan. That's what I'll put. Almost as a signature. So I'm going to bring it down just a tad bit and do CHOGAN. So move it over a little bit. And I'm going to, now that, for that, I'll do something scripty. It's perfect. CC Hogan. I kind of want to, I don't like this huge space in the middle. So I'm going to go to spacing and I'm going to go to line spacing and adjust it just a well, I adjusted it a lot. Let me see if I put 0.5. Okay, that looks so much better to me because I didn't like the space in the middle. So, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. CC Hogan. So, let's change her color to one of the colors in the picture in the thing. In the thing. In the picture. So, we can change it to brown, which is the color of the cross. We can change it to I don't see any oranges, but they say maybe that's orange. I don't know. We could change it to lighter brown. CC Hogan. I actually want it dark, so I don't want light. I want when I press it, I want it to show. I want it to shine. Okay. I should go online and get a picture of her house and put her house there. She would freak out. How did you do that? So I think let's make it red. I don't like that. But you guys play around with it. I encourage you to play around with it and make it your own. Do whatever color you want. It's fine with me. Whatever color you want. So, CC Hogan. Okay? So it says, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Joshua 24:15 has the house, the cross with the greenery, and the signature with the Bible verse. Okay. So that's that. And I kind of want to move it over a tad bit because I don't want anything to be cut off when I print it. So I purposely left a little blank space here and there, everywhere. Little blank space. Okay. So that's the one for my mom. Okay, the next one I'm going to do is going to be a name. My auntie and my sister, they recently got married, so they're still newlyweds. So I'm going to do the last names, and I'm only going to show one, but they'll be similar. So I'll only, yeah, just show one. So I'm deciding on which one I want to do. I may do this side for Jefferson and this style for Saldania. But I don't know just yet because I like both of them. But I really like this one because I don't know. I've never been a real girly girl. This speaks girly girl to me. So let's delete this one. And I'm going to bring this over. I'm trying to see if I want something at the bottom or do I want to just put J. And then I'm going to go here to the text and I'm going to do probably the medium sized text. And I'm going to type in EFFERSON for Jefferson. Okay. And I'm just moving that over a little bit. Now I am going to change the font or the style to something scripty. I want it bigger so I can see. I need to be able to see it. Most definitely. Okay. Jefferson. Um, that may be good enough. Uh, I normally like that font, but here I don't. So I'll keep looking. Which one did I like? Um, Benedict. No, but I like that. That wasn't the one, but I actually do like that. So I think it may have been Buffalo. Nope, it wasn't Buffalo. Caitlin. It was Caitlin. But I like that. So I may go with that. Make it a little bigger. Move it over. And I'm just making sure like the sizing is correct. Jefferson along with the spelling. So I don't want this in black. Normally, I love black, gray, silver, all those colors, but I don't want this in black. I want this to match the flower or the letter color. So I'm going to click on letters or text color while it's still selected. And see here the photo colors. Remember the print that I made for my mom up here? If I wanted to incorporate some of the colors in that, I would choose these, but I don't. The house color, it's in there. And then here is the colors from the letter J with the flowers, which is what I want. So I can do something light. I'm not really feeling that. I know I'm not going to feel that if I wasn't feeling the other one because this is lighter. So I don't want that. But if you click on it and you like it, go ahead and make it with the color that you like because it's yours. Or know your customer. Will your customer like this color? I don't know. If they will, if they do, then go ahead and print it. If not, then keep looking. So for me, I think she would like that color that's together. So Jefferson, Jefferson. I just really want to make sure it's spelled correctly because the worst thing you can do is to make something, print it out, sublimate on your item, and it's spelled wrong. Then you have to start all over and you've lost your product because you can't sell a misprinted item. Okay, so for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it all and I'm just going to group it. So, do I want to add any other elements to this? I don't know. I may want to add a flower or a swag up top or a swag at the bottom. So, let's go to elements and see what they have. Uh, Floral swag. They may have something that I could change the colors in. See, if I could find something like this. This has too many colors. I don't like that. But a lot of people do like color. I just don't. I don't like that. So let's find something. Flowers. Like stuff like this. So yeah, they have like just a couple of colors in it. That's what I like. Let's see. What about that? Hmm, no, I'm not going to use that. But I want to show you something that if I were to use that, if it matched my flowers or my design, how could I incorporate it into what I need it to be? Let me delete that. Let's see this. I kind of like this. Yeah, I would. Kind of like it. I would do it like that though. Like turn it a little bit. Let me see something. If I can use it as a bag piece. Send back. No, it's too busy. Too busy. But I liked it. Everything I would like will probably be too busy because I don't like a whole lot of colors, but I like it to be like it's a certain thing that I like. Okay. Here's a swag. We'll totally do that in a different color though. So let's see. I like that. I just let me see y'all. No. You can tell if you're gonna see something useful or not. I just may end up with just the name here, but I kind of wanted something more, just a little bit better. Which this is not bad, but uh, I may end up changing it. I don't know yet. I think as long as it has her name on it, I think she would be happy and satisfied with it. Should put Mr. and Mrs. Jefferson established. Yeah, that may be what I'll do to add another just another element of like another layer of something. Ugh, I like these, but they're not the right color. And I know I saw some, I just don't remember. I have to start writing down or saving what I've seen and the things that I like. Because I do like that. Was it a pink flower, purple flower? And if you see something you like, just gotta play around with it because you can do that. Just let me see if I put it, if I turn it. I was looking for that. No, that ain't gonna work. Kind of play around with it and see what you like, and you learn the system. You know what you like, what you don't like. If you can use this, or I can look at things and say I won't be able to use it, but I like it. So if you click on something and you don't like it, delete it. Delete it. That's what I'm going to do. Mr. and Mrs. Jefferson. Mr. and Mrs. So I wonder if they have it in the Element. Mr. and Mrs. Like typed up already. Oh, they do. Oh, let's do this one. Mr. and Mrs. Jefferson. I can't make it right. I don't like that. How it looks like an S instead of what I want it to look like. There we go. Or Mr. and Mrs. I don't like that with it. It has to be something that pops out, that stands out to me. You know, like I want to be able to use it. Okay. Stay with me. I have an idea. Let's see if it works. This, we can change the color. See how this color popped up? We can change the color to something that's on our picture already. Mr. and Mrs. Jefferson. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this and I'm going to group it. So when I move it up a tad bit, now I can put establish. Text, I want it kind of medium. Establish 2022. So yeah, that's what I'll do. And establish, I kind of want it to be, I want it scripty. That's fine right there. But I want it black. Even though that's cute. Let's see what black looks like. If I don't like it, I'll change it back. Mr. and Mrs. Jefferson, established 2022. I kind of like that. I do. I like it. So I'm going to just select it and group it all. Yeah. So, and I'm going to do something very similar for my sister with the last name of Saldania. And they were married before 2022, but I don't remember the year. Maybe 2020 or 2021. I don't know. So I'll leave that part out. But yeah, so I'll be back to show you guys how it is when it's pressed and printed, or printed and pressed.